We knew the hurricane was coming. Midday, we met with Mark, and as we said, nothing is going to happen because it always was like that.
All of us locals thought that he was just going to do the same thing that they always did.
When we start watching the waves going over the rocks at the Playa del Amor, we knew it was going to hit us. We didn't know how strong or what was going to happen.
As the winds picked up and the swell picked up and the weather got worse, as we checked also online to make sure we knew where we sat in regards to the hurricane, we knew it was a direct hit. And about 10 o'clock p.m. to about 2 a.m. we had steady winds of 150 miles an hour and gusts up to 180 miles an hour.
It was really scary because people would just talk about the wind. They talk about the howling and the surf, and then how it just got quiet.
And I have spoken with people that are locals that have been all their life here, and they say they've never seen anything like it either.
Windows being broken. I saw the Tortuga Pulpalapa going into the pool.
And then the next morning you'd hear little bits and pieces from people on some of the destruction, and then you hear nothing.
That morning we were still trying to process the information. We couldn't understand. This is the worst catastrophe ever happened in Cabo, so we couldn't understand.
I remember it took minutes for us to just start picking things up. You didn't know where to start. And people just started working, one by one.
There is a maid, and that shows respect, that show up with her uniform, even though we were in maintenance week. So that really hit our hearts.
We didn't even have to say a word. Everybody just kind of looked around, say, I can do this, and I can do. We didn't plan or anything, just everybody grabbed something and it started to clean.
They are the real heroes.
And some people had lost everything, some people lost very little, but they knew one thing, that their family, as much as at home, is here at Club Cascadas.
That's what you have to hang on to, that part of the human spirit and that part of the coming together. And it was very, very, again, inspiring to see how much people were driven.
The guests are more than happy, more than appreciative. They really appreciate the effort everybody did. They donated more than $150,000. There is no way of expressing my gratitude. There is no way of thanking. I'm not a man that like talking. I like facts, and this speaks by itself.
I remember the day when we reopened, and how exciting it was, and how emotional it was, and seeing those first members and knowing that they were here to support you. And there's just very few words that you can say that really express that moment of joy when you're walking up the stairs and you see those first members, and you know they're here because they feel the same way you do about the resort, and they wanted to be here to support us.
We have some T-shirts that says, welcome, we love to have you back, welcome home. A home is a different place from a house. A house is a lot of bricks with a roof. Home is passion and heart, and that's what my team felt.
It brought tears to my eyes. I mean, it was like, oh my God, I just had to go and I had to hug everybody because I'm so happy to be here and I'm so happy to see them well.
Many people stop me and say, what is the difference between Cascadas and other resorts that makes Cascadas different? And the difference is our members. They say that crisis is synonymous of an opportunity. No, we took this as an opportunity and as a challenge.
We had the opportunity to come up with something new. So what we're able to do is we have these, instead of the thatch roofs, we got these big, beautiful mosaic dome, they call cupolas down here in Mexico, dome roofs. We're able to pebble tech the pools, do new surface in the interiors, new exterior surface and non-slip cantera, all new interior design, hardwood cabinetry, granite countertops, onyx sinks, just a bunch of really neat stuff. And it's really cool that my mom and I and the on-site team were able to take advantage of this, sort of what I mentioned before, that Danielle and I were sitting on the beach, just a couple of days after the hurricane. Something special is going to happen, and we didn't really know. But when the family went back to the board and said, look, we have a few ideas and we have the buildings offline, let's do something special. And we were able to do that. And the really important feature or part to that equation is to make sure that we don't change my father's architecture.
That is something that you don't see, that he had that foresight and that vision to think about protecting the property. And here we are, we're standing strong in every sense of the word. The representing of the overall feeling of the club, the overall philosophy, the relationships. It is really interesting how it all comes together. And it all ties in to what the Giddings have created.
I'm very sure that his architecture was planned around that, as well as the integrity and the look and the feeling that we wanted our members to have.